Actually, that's not a bad photo there. Oh, bastard. Got some chickens out here. What up, chicken? What up, chicken? Chicken. Alright. So yeah, I thought it might be a good idea just to go take a ride, show you some of the spots that I like, show you the town. I like this place. Not sure if anyone else would like this place, but I do. Watch out, chicken. Gracias. All right. So I am at the Hotel Sport in Puerto Madero, Chiapas. And Chiapas is a far southern state in Mexico. And actually, I quite like this little beach community here. They like to water the street, keeps the sand down, dust. So I'm heading now kind of into more of the downtown area. And the army's here. What's up, guys? So one of the things I kind of wanted to do while I'm driving around is just kind of discuss the happenings of the times. So there's been a huge uproar over the new changes that YouTube has put out, and I thought it would be kind of nice to kind of discuss those while also, oh, they're building a nice place there, while also showing you the town I've been living at for the past few days. So yeah, for those that don't know me, I've been traveling around the world actively for the last 3 years, and currently I'm on my way to South America, riding my motorcycle there. So yeah, along my way I just kind of make little videos and post them. Most of the time they're a little more cinematic. Oh, tope. Most of the time they're a little more cinematic than this, but this is more of just kind of more of a rambling video. If you want to see the cinematic videos, maybe come back for the next one. Wow, they have done a lot of work here. I haven't been down to this end of town in a while. Holy cow. All this is new. I was here about 6 months ago, and just kind of found this place, like I said, is called Puerto Madero, and it's just a small beach community that's right on the border of Guatemala. Like literally, if we keep on driving south here, we'll just hit the border. So there's a marina down here and some other stuff. Anyway, moving on. I wanted to talk about these new rules. So yesterday, YouTube came out with a set of rules that would amend the original set of rules, which was 10,000 views. So originally you had to get 10,000 views to be monetized. And I guess YouTube had some issues with people maybe just using other people's content, like stealing it, uploading it, and then like finding a viral video to repost in order to snag some views. Well, at any rate, I've been making videos since 2011, pretty actively for the past 3 years. And my channel has grown just slightly. It's not a big deal. I don't really focus on that stuff. And only recently was I interested in monetization. And the reason why I was interested in it was because I noticed that YouTube was hiding my videos. And the reason why I know that is because they started adding descriptions in the metadata to help teach their machine learning algorithm. So basically, they just had way too much content that was being uploaded. There was no real way to figure out what was good content, what could potentially be bad, and they started adding little identifiers in the form of numbers to tell the algorithm if it basically meets the minimum requirements to be shared. And the crazy thing is, I realized this because I was uploading videos, and although my videos don't get a lot of views, maybe they would get, 500 views or something. But I uploaded a series of videos, and some of them, even now, 5 months after, have only been seen 50 times. And that just didn't make a lot of sense, because my older videos, even the ones that I didn't think were very good, were being seen on a pretty active level. And I knew there had to be something wrong. So I did some research, and lo and behold, it was this new algorithm tool that they're using to teach their machine learning. So at that point I decided, well, my stuff is never going to be viewed if I don't get monetized, so I might as well monetize my channel. And at that point, channel had about 200,000 views, so I was well above the 10,000 view mark. And on the 1st of January, I went ahead and hit that little monetize my channel button, and it just kind of sat there. And for the last 3 weeks, I've just been kind of wondering, like, maybe my channel doesn't meet some requirement or what's going on here, because I don't have any copyright strikes. I don't have any of those things going on. Everything is positive on my channel. And then yesterday, come to find out, oh, everything is different. And yes, in fact, now you need 4,000 hours of footage viewed a year, in addition to 1,000 subscribers. Which at this point, I think I'm at around 2,000 subscribers, so that's not a big deal. But I'm under the 4,000 hours by just a little bit. And the problem that I think my channel is going to see going forward is that number is only going to continue to go down. You see, in April of 2007, that's when the original algorithm change occurred. And I don't think there was necessarily an algorithm change. I think what they did was they started classifying channels. So basically, YouTube was dealing with just having an overwhelming amount of data that they would have to shuffle through. So if you're thinking big data, I mean, you're talking about hundreds of hours of content every minute that's uploaded. And when you start to think about that, every second counts, and every second is resources for your computing and the environment. So if you're a big company like Google, YouTube, there's always more than one thing to focus on. So if you can use your time wisely, that's the best. And what YouTube decided to do was to just kind of trim the fat. And basically, if your channel wasn't monetized, they didn't even care. So they just segregated all of that data separately. They just said, okay, this is all the stuff that isn't monetized. So all of this doesn't really matter. It's no big deal. We'll just put this over here. And that way, someday maybe we'll get back to it and we'll figure out something else to do with it. But for right now, we don't have time to go through it, so we'll just put it here. And it makes sense. Like, it's really smart just to say all of this is too dangerous to potentially give to advertisers without going through it. I mean, everyone knows the PewDiePie issue and what happened from that. So this all stems back to that. And I find it really interesting. And I find it really interesting that this all goes back to the PewDiePie thing. You know, it's just kind of blows me away. But that was April 2017. And at that point, my channel basically got turned off. In January 2017, I noticed that my channel started to kind of pick up traction. And I was getting in the neighborhood of 20,000 minutes watched per month, the 28-day period that they have. And so from that, I just, continued to kind of watch my analytics. And in March, it was at its height, at the peak. I think it was close to 30,000 minutes that month that was watched. And I was pretty stoked, because I think the worst thing is when you spend a lot of time to try to make something and you put it out there and it just doesn't get seen. I mean, if it's bad, then people tell you it's bad, and the internet has a great way of doing that. But when you put something out there and it gets nothing, like it just goes to die, and that's kind of a bummer. Like it's like, why did you put all that time into something? And for me, I wasn't trying to get monetized. I was just trying to make a video about a place, or maybe a group of people, or something that I enjoyed that I thought others would enjoy. So of course, I want people to see that. And even if they don't like it, like, go ahead, hit the down button, the thumbs down. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, tell me why you don't like it. I'm interested to know. But yeah, in April, my channel just got turned off. It was the weirdest thing. And I had noticed it because it was like an extreme high to an extreme low. How do I go from the most views that I've ever had down to the lowest? Like, my channel through after April of 2017 didn't get the views that it got like when I first started uploading videos. It was just so weird. And so now here we are. I don't think there's really a way for your average YouTuber to overcome this when YouTube is hiding the videos, because they're just too risky for YouTube to actually share. This is a pretty common sight here. So these places are right by the ocean. You see this a lot in southern Mexico, especially, where you have these kind of destroyed buildings. Yeah, I mean, we're right by the ocean. When that guy gets churned up, this place gets hammered. Not to mention that you can just see all the rust from the salt and everything. So at any rate, that's where we're at. And it makes perfect sense, because after I thought about it today when they came out with the new guidance, I thought, There is no reason why YouTube should be interested in actually connecting creators with viewers. As a matter of fact, they should do everything to kind of keep them separated. And hear me out on this one. Because if you're a creator and you make, let's say you're making videos. It's a nice little beach area they got here. Some dogs. If you are a creator and you're making videos and you get a really strong following, sure, YouTube is getting views, but if you want to leave, all you have to do is say, hey guys, I'm going to Daily Motion. Follow me there. And people will. They'll just leave. So, I mean, let's take this, right? Let's say Casey Neistat just decides, you know what, guys? YouTube, I'm out of here. And he leaves. He takes off. And he's like, I'll see you later. Everybody, if you want to follow me, I make videos here now. And this is where I live. People are just going to go there. They're going to follow him. And guess what? Maybe it takes 4 or 5 people to replace Casey, but there's always going to be somebody that's already doing the job, you know? Easily replaceable. Easily replaceable. You see, in a business, there's always an inherent cost in hiring an employee. There's the training, there's just the act of everything, the interviewing and getting you into the system and like so many things. That doesn't exist for YouTube. As a matter of fact, there are so many people that are already doing the same job. They have too many people doing the job that they need. And it's created this thing where they can basically do anything they want. And for those of us that are really trying hard to make good quality content that has actual value for people, it just kind of stinks when you spend hours making a video, or like the Cambodia series that I made a series, a 5-part series about Cambodia and riding around Cambodia, and put in all my contacts and everything, tried to give people recommendations on places to stay and what to go see and whatnot. I uploaded those videos, and unless I actually shared them, they got 0 views. So everyone I had to go through, share them in specific spots, and even then, most of them are still under 100 views each. That would never have happened years ago, and it's not just due to oversaturation, it's due to those videos being hidden because YouTube is afraid that if they actually monetize that video, it will be dangerous for them. That makes sense. I need some gas. I don't think there's any fuel in this town. I need to find a fuel pump. Alright, let's go do that. Let's get some petrol. See? So it's a tough deal. I mean, there's always been the need to share your own content, but now we're kind of stuck with the overwhelming necessity to share everything and to almost spam it out there. Oh yeah, there you go. Bathroom break. There's... You want to use this one? Oh yeah. That toilet does not look happy. What's this guy? Oh, there's some shorts in here.